What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, back again. We're going to wait a minute and see who all's in here. Starlet, first person. Cameron Marshall, big homie, what's up? Number 2. Okay. Hothead Louise, okay. Man, y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button coming in. Do your big partner a favor, man. Hit that like button, man. We're gonna talk some SHIT tonight. Ray, Marcus B, Greedy Cookies, what's up, man? Train Rue, Go Young DJ, Jab, Wolf, what's up, y'all? Joey Jordan. I see you, Michelle, Megan Davis, Vern Dollar. I see y'all, man. Dante Davis, West Fresno in the house. All right. Big Toon, much love. Nah, they not. I see you. Inland Empire 909. All right. Ruben Espinoza. I see y'all, man. We gonna do our thing for a couple of minutes, man. Y'all know we ain't gonna really do too much to at least 100 people. We at 90. Y'all hit that like button coming in, man. I'm looking. Hey, now let me show y'all something. I ain't looking to do all the talking tonight. I'm looking for some of y'all to do some talking, man. I'm gonna put the link up there, and y'all hit it and come on in. What it do, big homie? What's up, big scrap? Boy, you should call me, homie. I got some news for you, some updates, boy. I sure wish you'd have been there when I went back to LA. Not this last time, but the time before that. You know what I'm talking about. Whole different story then, boy. We gonna talk. I do time, Big P. What you think about Kamala Harris? Nothing. Need to go sit down so my boy Trump can go ahead and win this election. She need to get out the way. I'm checking in. Devin the Divine, Baltimore Blue Laces, 2, rest in peace. Nipsey, okay. Carolina, Top Dog, North Carolina, 8 Trey Gangsters. All right. Y'all know what's happening, homie. 3s, please. 6 Trade Devlon, I see you, homie. Foundation Nation, that's right. Prince George, hit that like button, Foundation. Yeah, man. Anthony, Logistics, Trump. Yeah, Trump, man. Make America great again. Just in case you don't know, yeah, or for those out there who don't know, I am a Trump supporter. Will be voting for him, want him to win. Yeah. I don't want to hear nothing about no Kamala. I don't want to hear nothing about no Joe Biden, none of them. Out of here. Detroit, 6 Mile West Side. What's the deal, Toon? Darius G. All right, homie. Greedy Cookies. Yes, sir. In due time. Big Vince, what's up, homie? Trump walked out to 50 Cent, many men. Man, y'all, hey, man, y'all know Trump got a little gangster in him. For real, for real. Okay, on Facebook. Got you. Porn Star J. Well, Porn Star J still hanging around, man. You say it's been a long time, Toon. Oh man, look, we had 117, man. Look, I'm gonna try to put the now y'all know me. I be messing up. I'm gonna try to put this link in here, and right here, it's gonna come up. When y'all see it and you want to come on the show, just hit it. And when you're backstage, I'm going to bring you front stage, man. Let's see. I hope I don't mess it up, y'all. Y'all know I'm good for that, boy. All y'all been rocking with me for a minute. Y'all know, boy, I'll mess it up in a heartbeat. But here goes nothing, man. Been a long time since I went live, man. I need to go live, man. Okay, let's see. Let's hit that. Boom, boom, boom. Invite is. We gonna copy that. Okay, copy to the clipboard. Okay, let me see. All right, we're gonna move that out the way. Boom. Post comment. Paste it. Share it. There it go, y'all. There it go right there. Cartoon. Do you hit that? It's gonna let me know you there. And we gonna talk about it. Man, I got something to tell y'all what happened to me tonight, man. My car. Let me see. I'm gonna put it on the thing. Boom. There it go right there. Tune, what it do? Edward Williams tapping in from Columbia, South Carolina. What's up, South Carolina? But yeah, there go the thing right there. I don't know how y'all can hear it, but okay, we got one guest in the house. All right, let me move this out the way, y'all. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Got one homie. Okay. There you go. Hey. Can you hear me, Bank Deuce?
Yeah, what's up, Big Tone?
Man, what's up, homie? Man, just had to get you on here. You all right? Where you from, homie?
Oh, man, I'm from Bakersfield, Cali, man.
Man, I just left Bakersfield, homie.
Yeah, I seen that. I live in Texas now, though.
Oh, man, look. I'm contemplating. What part of Texas you in?
Man, I'm in the D. I'm in Dallas.
See, man, I'm contemplating moving to Houston. Which one is better, Dallas or Houston?
Shit, Houston by that water. I don't fuck with that water.
Oh, for real? That's a good thing, though, ain't it?
Shit,
Who is
hell
that?
no. They
We
be
got
having
somebody else on.
Me,
Oh,
homie, it's
Mr.
me,
Down.
homie.
Where you at,
Yes,
Down?
sir. You know, I'm in the town, homie. You already know.
All right, that's what's up.
That be me hollering at you from off the east side. You know, from the east too. You
That's
dig?
you already know, homie.
Hey,
You not. Hey,
hey, we gonna holler though. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, man, I be thinking about the homie Crip and Casper T. Man, I'm letting you know.
I say,
I'm from A7 though. I'm just letting you know how I used to roll back in
hey,
the day.
Sam Gangsters.
Ain't no question.
That's
Ain't no
what's up.
question.
That's what's up, homie. You
Yeah,
know,
but
hey, I
keep
used to
pushing
be
it,
down
homie.
there all the time.
I know. Yeah, we just was missing each other. Yeah, no digging. But yeah, keep
Right.
pushing. Yeah, keep pushing. I'll be listening to you all the time, homie, ever since you started.
Man, I'm trying to do it, man. It get kind of hectic, but now when I first started out, I was kind of like, dang, what am I doing? What am I doing? You know. But as time went on, I started kind of getting the hang of it. I started learning how to duck this and duck that, and latch onto this and latch onto that. Sure, I pretty much got it down pat now, homie. Sure, I'm just going with the flow now.
Like I said, I've been watching you from the beginning. You ask questions, and that's what the most important thing, especially dealing with this here format, this social media.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I
That's
be paying
real.
attention, homie. I be paying attention. I know my boy Swanee Fly too. That's my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that joint at the park. I seen your demonstration. Yeah, it was cool to
That's
see.
right, man.
But that's my guy, Swanee Fly too. Yep, no diggity. Yeah, I know Trick from over there,
Oh,
baby,
from
brother. Yep.
yeah. Hey,
I was in the
look at
feds
that.
for a long time.
Look at that right there. Can you read that?
Yeah, somebody named Michi.
Yeah, he say he got family from A7.
He need to tell me a name because I don't know that name right there, Michi.
Right. No,
Yeah,
I don't think he's from your set. He got family from your set though.
right. You need to tell me their names. Yeah, okay, I got
Right,
you.
right.
Yeah, I peep. Yeah, I did like almost 18 in the feds back in the days. I've been home going on 17, well over 17, going on 18.
Ooh, boy, you got a
Yeah.
good run in.
Man, hey, that's it.
Shit. Hey, I've been out now 6.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make the best of it.
Man, looky here, man. Hey, ain't nothing else going on up in there. We talk about ain't nothing going on up in there but a whole lot of misery, homie. We talk about it all the time. We know, and I be listening to, because you're a few years older than me, because I'm 58. And I never, and funny, I only got caught one time as a juvenile, and that was when I was going to Fremont. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, we used to call it Crip Mont.
Right.
People don't know that when I went to Fremont, that was a Crip school. That was a Swan's hood. I'm not going to take that from them, but that was our school.
Right. See, you have to like you say, be a certain age and know how to go back. They don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Back when Fremont belonged to us,
Right.
they just know what it is now.
You know how that school got lost though, for real, was when the Hoovers and the East Coasters went at it.
Yeah.
That's what did it. When
But guess what though?
when it happened to Lil Hoove, yep.
But guess what though? Man, imagine how much other stuff that we lost as keyways when we went to fighting.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? It gave room for a whole lot of other people to breathe, you know?
man, I
Hold
tell you
on.
like this, homie. It was
We
so
got
much.
Big Stokes. We got Big Stokes in the house.
Right
What's
on,
good, Big
right on.
Tune? Tapping in from Portland, Oregon, man.
Okay,
Portland,
okay.
Oregon, man. That's what's happening, man. I've been out there. Well, I've been through there on my way to Seattle.
Tacoma. Oh, yeah, Tacoma. You was talking about that Tacoma trip.
Yeah.
Just got out the barbershop, was doing them haircuts, you know what I'm saying? Just tapping in, showing some love.
Right.
That's real.
For
See
sure,
now,
for sure.
let me show you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Now I'm gonna put that up there. Now I'm gonna read it. It say now what we was just speaking on. It say, bro, the Swans ran that area since I grew up. That's been a Swan school. Y'all talk like the Swans wasn't giving y'all the business. Now for whoever making money is, you must be a youngster, because if you not listen to what we were saying during our time. Now me and the homie right here, we kind of like in the same age group.
No,
And if you wasn't around in the late 70s and early 80s, you're not gonna understand what we talk about. Now, whenever you grew up, most likely 9 times out of 10, the Swans did run it. But in them late 70s and early 80s, Fremont was a Crip school. You just don't know it because you wasn't around then. We ain't got to make it up. True enough, I give Swans all the credit in the world. I think they was the hardest bloods on the east side. But during those times, Crips ran Fremont.
Man, we used to walk to school, homie.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, I don't have to lie about that. You know, so I went to Fremont in '81. So man, we used to walk to school, man. But we knew where we was at.
Right.
Nobody no fool. Hell yeah, I was Swan Hood. But in those days and time, and a lot of things was more in slow motion than what it's ever been right now, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I remember when I was in junior high, homie, I used to catch the bus, the 7 bus, the Broadway bus. A lot of people, you know, they remember the Broadway bus, the 7 bus. I used to catch the bus right across the street from Athens Park, Broadway and El Segundo.
Right.
Every day from the 7th grade. And then if I catch on Figueroa, guess where I got to go through? Denver Lane Hood. And I made it through. But guess what? It was a lot of slow motion back then.
Right.
Yeah, it was a lot. That was their hood, true enough. I knew where the hell I was at. But it was a lot of slow motion, and thank God it was. Hell, you know, because I was just a juvenile, junior high, man. It could have been all bad.
Right, exactly. Man, look, when I tripped me out when I was just in LA a couple of weeks ago. I'm going down Avalon, and I stopped at the light right there on 79th. Right. And I have my wife with me, and she the one stopped at the light. And I looked up, and I went to reminiscing, because you know, back in the day, we gonna run the light from Florence all the way to Manchester. We ain't doing no stopping up in there, period. And I remember when the dairy used to be right there on 79th.
Oh yeah.
It's completely gone now, man. Things done changed.
Nah, man, all that back in the horticulture, over where the horticulture area was at Fremont, that was right there on the town side. You know what I'm saying? And the dairy and all that right over in that area, right over on Avalon. And that's where the homie, he rested in peace, that big homie Reg. I know you heard his name, Big Reg from Swan.
Me and Reg had several run-ins back in the day.
Yeah, may he rest in peace. But yeah, man, a lot changed, man. But hey, we here though, and that's really what counts. And you know, going through that fire brings about, you know, a diamond, you know. And,
right.
One can't never be afraid to go through that dross, man, and get it burned up off a brother, man.
Man, one thing, like some of the videos I've been doing lately, and I let people know how LA has changed today versus what it was back then. You know what I'm saying? How the alliances have the lines have been blurred. People get along now who never would have got along back then, and people don't get along now who you didn't think would ever have a fallout from back then. You know, it's just, you know, none stays the same but change.
Man, that's constant. Ain't no doubt about that. I was thinking about something, damn, and it slipped my mind. I was thinking about something back in the day, something that we can, you know, collaborate on, like just like when you be dealing with the homie Swanee Fly and all that. I was just thinking, slipped my mind. It'll come back to me though. It'll come back to me. Yeah, but
that's real.
You know, you doing your thing, man. Man, I'm watching you grow. Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100 because I don't have no cut card, homie. I ain't never even subscribed. I always press your like button, the thumbs up, thumbs up,
That's
thumbs up.
real
You know
stuff,
what I'm
homie.
saying? And so I said, I'm gonna tap in and hit a homie, and I'm going, let it be known that, hey man, I represent you for the real, because I know what time it is. Oh, this is what I was going to say. It was a time, man, and you know this too. Back then, way back then, when there was you was able to count the neighborhoods on the east side that was fighting one another. That was key.
Right.
And we was able to go to all these east side hoods back in the days, and all we had to do was say east side, man. It was just love. What no beefs, none of that foolishness, man. None of that. And at that time, that's when I realized that all the west sides was fighting one another. At that time, also they've been fighting each other for a long time on that west
For
side.
long,
The west side keep away from another
they
west side.
they poison. I call it the poison. They poison seeped over to us on the east side, man, behind making certain alliances with people and all type of stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's like I said, that was one of the things I had to learn to adjust to because I didn't know, because I was gone all those years and in the feds, man, we stick together. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you something. The feds, I honestly believe the feds is one of the reasons who created the trailblazing as far as the Bloods and the Crips finding an alliance. Because when I first fell in there, I fell in '90, and we were still gang banging against each other, right? Because we stayed in the Western region. So when the G homies used to come from the East Coast, at that time wasn't but like 5 to 6 USPs: Lewisburg, Atlanta, Leavenworth, Lompoc, Terre Haute. Yeah, I said Atlanta. Those only ones. Oh, and Marion, USP Marion. And the homies was coming from over there and coming back, to where we was at. They were letting it be known, hey, this here need to, y'all need to stop this. Woo, 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 because you go back this way, you're going to find out that, you're going to need one another and this and that, and man. And that really was started because for me, I did all my time. I left Phoenix and got caught up in some me, Trick, and all of them got caught up in some stuff. And they shipped us all back then. And I stayed over there on that side for a while, man. I seen it with my own eyes, bro. It was like, damn, this is serious. And that's when we started finding a commonality, man, with each other because we're doing the same damn thing. So it's a commonality. It's just that we call these clicks or whatever the case may be. So yeah, we straightened that out, man. We really did. We straightened that out. That's why I can hang on with my boy Swanee flying all that. And other cats I know that's from that red side. We be, man, chopping it. You know what I'm saying? On the real page.
And see, that was my thing. I learned like years and years ago, back in the 80s, when I started going to the prison. I learned that because now when in YA, we gang banging. You already know, we gang banging from day one in YA. And so we when we leave YA, we gonna go home, catch another case. Now we in the county jail, still gang banging, module up and down on all over the county, getting into it. 9,000 flow, just doing whatever. We leave there, we go to prison. Now, a lot of times, that first prison trip, it gonna be some little 18 months, go do 9 months, get out or whatever. But you gonna go to them little low-level yards where they still gang banging. It's like, why still? You get out, come back with something serious. Now you go into the level 4 yards. That's when you learn. For me, that's when I learned. Like they told me coming through the gate, hey, homie, we don't trip on them like that. You know what I'm saying? We got their back. We need them. They got our back. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? These essays is the problem. Okay. Yeah. And so I started watching. You know what I'm saying? Then after getting in certain altercations and Bloods was, you know what I'm saying, right there. I say, hold on, man. That's when I started realizing, you know what? It's something different to this. It's more to this than what we just been doing on the streets. Because how you gonna be down with a dude even though he off the other side of the fence for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, straight into prison, then trip on him on the street. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So you learn how to build you learn how to build them ties and build them alliances.
Really, for real, yeah, no doubt. Oh, and a matter of fact, homie, I was in 4800 too. Yeah, back in the days, I was in there when we had gray jumpsuits and they transferred over to blue. Yeah, there's a lot of stories I know. Yeah, matter of fact, that was the last time I seen T. Your homeboy T.
Baby T.
Yeah, last time I seen him. Light skin.
Yeah, I just got a picture of him the other day.
Yeah, I heard he's a minister or something like that.
Yeah, he had started preaching for a minute, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, I did a story on YouTube about him.
I didn't know
When
that.
he came, he came to the house one night, late night. I'm on the phone with a broad, and when I opened up the door, man, he had the little shirt on, the little sweater, the slacks with the little plastic shoes. The homie had a Bible, man, big as a engine block in his hand. I'm like, dang, cuz, what's up? He went to preach it to me. I'm like, hey, homie, I ain't with it right now, you know.
Right.
And so a couple of days later, we right on 53rd at one of the homies' party. He pull up, jump out the car, like go to, man, y'all sinning, y'all tripping, y'all whoop. We like, oh, hold up, homie. You know, homies wasn't with it like that. And he would try to come around every now and then. And you know, one day he seen it, he just flipped out. You know, we in the parking lot right on 53rd, the Village drive through. We jumping in cars finna give chase. He jumped in the car too. Throwed the Bible up in the air. He like, man, look, let's go. I'm with it. I'm back. I'm like, you back? He like, I'm back.
A lot of people don't understand how that world is that we come from. How it can just click just like that. I mean, it can happen just like that. But brother ain't careful.
That's right.
Just that quick.
That's real.
Just that quick, and they not really understanding. But I tell you like this here, these cities that's taking on that crazy mindset that we created. Oh, they're gonna find out slowly but surely. They're gonna have the same type of trauma we go through. If they continue on, they're gonna have that type of trauma.
Right, right.
Make it. A lot of them not gonna make it because those cities is much smaller. So they mean the gangs are much closer.
Much closer.
They don't get along with each other. So it's going, and you know, like you say in Alabama, it's open carry. So this is why you're seeing so many murders down there. You know?
Man, and they off the chain with it too, homie. Yeah, I ain't gonna even lie, they off the chain.
I already know. I be listening to you. I already know how I go, man. They taking on that mindset, man, of the mindset we had back in the days that we shaking, and it's gonna hurt a lot of cities, man, as far as Black lives.
Right, right.
So, man. But yeah, man.
Hold on, I was trying to put that link back up again. There you go. There go that. For anybody who's looking for that link again, there it is right there. But yeah, I got a partner out here, man. He from Campanella Park. He got a lot of pull with the judicial system. Okay. And what we trying to do, we trying to get these things to where I'm going, you know how they do, where they go into the juvenile halls and speak, the county jails. We trying to get that going. And I had a couple of people reach out to me behind some of my videos that they wanted to play for the youngsters. I'm like, yeah, go ahead and play that one, play that one, play that one. You know what I'm saying? And just trying to make a dent. I know we ain't gonna be able to tear the whole industry down, but just trying to make a dent. You know, if we can't help but one, job done.
Yeah, you're doing your part, you know, and one of the things these youngsters is missing, man, you gotta grab them young, is discipline from a male figure, you know, because when you look at it, you know, we XY, right? So the reason being that I see things as far as why it's so bad, as far as the temperament of our people, our youngsters, is because the majority of the feminine side weighs more than the masculine side because he wasn't present. So they're selling things that have a temper tantrum, and they may turn into a murder or attempted murder, wherever the case may be. So yeah, they definitely need discipline, and martial arts is definitely one of a cool study to have because it disciplines you for real. The mind in particular, you know, you don't want. Go ahead.
That's real. No. I was just seeing some. Go ahead. No, go ahead and talk. I'm finna let another brother on. MQ, what's up, homie?
What's up, Tunes?
All right, just make sure you're in there.
On this camera.
You can hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on? Where you from, homie?
Man, I'm from Little Rock.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Banging in Little Rock. Okay. What's going on there?
That much, just tapping in. So okay, right. I was wondering because you know I've always heard that Jamel started Avalon. So what's the story again?
Okay, hopefully everybody can catch it when I put it out this time. All right. Jamel started 88th Street Avalon, the Avalon Gardens. He didn't start 5 Trade Avalon, 40 Avalon, or 116th. He didn't have nothing to do with those. We all have different originators. But now he started the Avalon Guards, which when I be saying Avalon is probably one of the oldest sets on the east side, or the oldest, it's because of that. He ran with Raymond, and when Raymond, so when Raymond Washington, when he came with the East Side Crips, then it came to West Side Crips.
Yeah.
Now, now after the first year and a half, but around late 71, early 72, that's when sets start having their own individual names. And the oldest one would have been what was called Castle Crip. Where the Swans are today, which are Bloods, back in the day, the Castle Crips used to be right there in that area too. When they played out, I would give they the first one with their own individual name. Right behind them came the Avalon Guards, because of Jamel. He took the Crip and put it. Now the Avalon Guards used to be the Avalon Guard Boys. They was already there. But Jamel came when he went and put the Crip on the end of it, and they became Avalon Guard and Crips. That didn't have nothing to do with 5 Trey Avalons. You know, our originator is as far as Avalon on that end is Big Herc. The originator of 5 Trey Avalon is my homie Big Zoom. Jamel did that's what I was trying to explain to people. Jamel didn't have nothing to do with that. All the different Avalon sets didn't come together until toward the mid and late 80s. That's when we started hooking up. But before then, we were all individual different entities.
Okay. Mm. So would you say that you kind of ride from what's his name? Him. The brain fall from Washington.
Your phone was messing up real bad.
All right, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Toon?
I can hear you now.
Okay. I was thinking.
This phone, he having some bad.
He disappeared. He disappeared.
He's gonna pop back up because he really got something on his mind.
See, and what I try to explain to a lot of different people, they say, "Hold on, somebody coming back. Hold on, no, he coming back."
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, he got a question, serious question.
Right, and I got answers for him.
he from Arkansas, so yeah, I got the.
Can you hear me now, MQ?
I hear you.
Now, what was your question?
I was saying, since Raymond started East Side, did Avalon kind of come underneath the East Side under that umbrella?
Avalon is the East Side set. We own the East Side.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, we own the East Side. And see, a lot of people, when I say what I say, they were like, well, no, the East Coasters are the oldest because Raymond brought about. Okay, no. Listen. Yeah. Raymond didn't come with the East Coast hookup until he got out of prison. You feel what I'm saying? And that was way later on in the 1970s. He came. Now, a lot of the sets that say East Coast Crip, they were there, but the East Coast Crip name didn't get added on till later on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. And so that's why they think because Raymond Washington came with the East Coast, that's the oldest thing. No. He came with that after he got out of prison. By the time he got out of prison, Avalon Crip was already started. We were already there.
Yeah.
So, but now then you have like another old set, like the 4 Trays. Now, when I say old sets with their own individual name, when I say Avalon was first, it was because of what Jamel did with the 8/8 Avalons. Now, when Avalon Crips started down in the 50s and the 40s, boom, it was just Avalon Crip. Wasn't nothing else down there but Avalon Crip. Then the 4 Trays came with their number, 4 Trey. Behind them, then 5 Trey came with their number. Yes, 4 Trays, as far as saying a street number, they are probably the oldest set in LA with their own street number. They were first with their street numbers, not named like Avalon, but as far as the number, 4 Trays were first. They were the first set in LA to come with a street number.
Okay. Yeah, I remember dude did the interview on Kel Mack. They was saying that, but I guess you clarified that basically 5 Trey was the first offset to have their own name. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
the first individual Crip set.
Well, the reason why I say Avalon is because of our Avalon tag. Not because of the fire trade tag, but because of the Avalon tag. That's what make us old, because Avalon is a very old set. But as far as like street numbers, like 43rd, 53rd, 88, Faux Trays were the first to say, okay, we Faux Trays. We this street right here.
Set.
Yeah, a number set.
Gotcha. Man, like I said, your stories be so vivid. Man, you need to do like some reenactments.
you know what? I had this. Hey, I got it right now. I got a partner of mine, a white guy. We in the process right now. He's putting it into cartoon form.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? To where he'd take one of my stories and he'd animate it. Yeah. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's go with it. Cause now I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I be putting the stories out there, and then when I read the comments, people be like, man, I fell out laughing at this part, that part, this part, and I be scratching my head like, dang, is it really funny like that? I don't see it, you know. I really don't see it, but y'all be peeping it though, you know.
Like for real. Like I said, you, Bounty Hunter BJ, and Monster, rest in peace, man. Y'all can tell some stories. Yeah,
they me and old Monster, man. Me and Monster went back. Well, we went back. Like the one, why the story, I don't know if you see where I say I stole his cookies.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, man. Man, that man, hey, he was hungry too, boy. I got them cookies, man. But, you know, a lot of people was like one dude was in the comments like, man, you ain't took nothing from, man. Look, people, listen to the stories with your brain, your ears, and not your emotions. It wasn't about me taking. I stole them off his fish line. Of course, me and Monster would trade food back and forth all the time. He wasn't tripping off nothing like that. Because, you know, if anything I had, he needed it, I would give it to him, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. You know, you got younger people in this era that can't really comprehend stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you're older, you understand what you're talking about.
Right. Now,
you know, so yeah,
you see with the brother right here, what he said, Amadi 3310. He say, Tune, why you don't have no kids yourself? Homie, if you've been rocking with the foundation long enough, I talk about my kids all the time. I just put a video up when I was in LA with my kids.
I know.
I put videos up over the years of all my kids. So why would you say why I don't have? I have 6 of them, homie. I have kids ranging from the age of 40 something down to their late 20s.
Man, this just the era we in. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand the era that you be talking about. They can't relate to it.
And you know what? That's what throws a lot of them off when I be talking about certain stuff. They looking at it they basing it off what's going on right today. And I try to always let them know my stuff and my ideology, my way of thinking, the way my outlook is from the late 70s, early 80s. I don't have an outlook on what's going on right now, today, in this day and age. You know, it's beyond me. I can't get a grip on it. I can't get a hold on it. So all I do is just ride the wave, you know, and stay out their way.
Yeah.
You got to remember, homie, you
know,
all the 90s and the 2000s, just like me.
You talk.
You know,
that's what happened with us, man. And so that created a disconnect, and it's so much more as far as why our community went down. You follow? And I peeped that back. I peeped that back in the 80s, man, when all that crack was going on. I knew that generation that was gonna come behind us, who mothers was on that stuff, whatever the case may be, we're gonna have an issue, because you gotta remember, you had some devious cats back then. And you can't even sit here and think what these youngsters may have saw as kids 6 and 5 years old and saying, I'm gonna kill that dude when I get older. And that's why a lot of G homies was getting smoked in the early 90s, homie. And you was hearing them getting smoked by their little homies. I really believe that was part of it, because you don't know. You really don't know. I never experienced a moment in my life, homie, where there wasn't no food in my cupboards when I was a kid. My mama sacrificed to make sure we ate. And I'm right. Fact, man, these kids was in situations, man, where they have a box of cereal because of them drugs. So you
Right.
gotta say
I'm,
that mentality is gonna create something not good. Go ahead.
I'm looking at some of these comments, and I can't really answer them as fast as they coming up. But what I need for y'all to do, if you have a real valid question that you really want me to answer, just come on the panel. You don't have to show your face. You can just put an avatar up and come on the panel and ask your question. That way, you know it's gonna get answered. If you need for me to put the description up again so you can hit it and come on, let me know it. But other than that, just come on and I answer any and everything. There's no question that you can't ask me that I won't answer. One guy asked me, is there a little cartoon and a baby? Yeah. My little homie just passed away last year. It was on there, and baby cartoon is in prison somewhere, and the other one is downtown smoking whatever drugs he can get his hands on.
Say, so they all in LA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, quite naturally, yeah. You got locked up in Alabama. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was out here. Man, I was out here 13 hours and caught this case. Man, I was like, I didn't think they was gonna trip on me the way they did, but when they found out where I was from, man, they was like, cause see, the feds wanted me, but Alabama told the feds no. They was like, no, we got him, we keeping him. I'm like, hey, how you the state gonna tell the feds what to do?
Yeah.
They knew you was gonna get more time. You know what you would have got if you went to the feds with the type of charge you had, you would have got like Armed Career Criminal Act. And you'd probably got like 21 years.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
See, but now
they had
you know
charges
what?
in the feds for that. Yeah.
They go my partner, y'all.
Okay.
And see, that's why a lot of people they ask me too, man, why you in Alabama? I say, listen, man, I've been to prison 5-6 times, man. By the time I caught my case in Alabama, I had already had 3 strikes. So that's why we didn't do crime in Cali, because everybody on the team had been to prison 2 or more times. We'd have got caught in Cali, I would still be in prison right today under that 3-strike law. So we said, let's go out to other states. If we do get popped, hopefully we got a chance at getting back out. And, it's kind of worked out that way.
Yeah.
It's definitely difficult to get up out the belly of the beast once the brother's in trap, especially when you got the kind of time you had. They had gave me 26 years, 10 months. You know, and in the feds, you at that time you have to do 85% because it's so much they pull as far as that crime bill. They always talk about the 94 crime bill. Man, it was the 87 crime bill. That was the bill that kicked it all off, because that was the bill that eliminated parole in the feds. Because if you had a license in the feds, at that time, before the crime bill in 87, you had to do this 30 flat and you back on the block. But when they switched it up, they said life, they was basically just putting you on the shelf. You didn't have no date. But
that's real.
Some of the homies is out. Yeah, some of the homies is out. But yeah, that's what they was doing. I know,
dude asked me, have I ever been locked up with anybody from Bakersfield?
They got some Crips out there, don't they? Bakersfield.
Yeah. Of course.
Crips all up and down the coastline. They got Crips all up down the coast.
You have Crips in every state of the union, not every city, but every state. You feel what I'm saying? But now you can't name probably 5 cities in the United States that don't have Crips and Bloods. Like the Bay Area, like Oakland and Frisco and all that. They don't have it. As far as my understanding goes, Chicago doesn't have it. I
thought the Bay had Bloods.
You know what? They don't now, but now I think back in the day they did. Like San Francisco had some Bloods. They had some Bloods in San Francisco, but with the mentality of the Bay, they own that black militant pimping stuff.
Black Panther.
They probably crushed that real quick, because now, like when I was going to prison.
Go ahead. I was gonna say this because we're talking about Oaktown, and it is a setup there, and I think they still exist. It was a guy in the federal, they call him Acorn Street. You ever heard of him?
On the west side.
Up that way though, in Oakland area, up in that's where they up north.
You talk about the Acorn Projects on the west side?
I was about to say I believe it's projects. I believe it's projects. Yeah,
Acorn Projects. Hey, that's a rough area.
Hey, them dudes is Crips over there. I can't remember my man's name, but we was in Florence together back in the 90s. So yeah. And I was the only set I ever heard of that was a Crips, because I already know the stronghold, what's up there. You did
right
off the breakaway. So
yeah. Now
it is.
I ain't gonna lie, I've seen I believe like some Bloods out of Frisco. I've never seen no Crips out that Oakland Frisco area there. You know, see, when I was going to prison, we used to get into it with Oakland and Frisco a lot. You know, our ideologies was just vastly different, and we would get into it a lot. And but I've never ran into no Crips out that Frisco Oakland area. Now, of course, now they have Crips in the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? San Jose, Sacramento. You know,
to begin with an H. The Trey Gangsters got it set up there to begin with an H. I can't think of the city right now. Begin with an H.
Okay.
That city. As a matter of fact, Hayward, California.
Yeah, Hayward. Yeah, Hayward got it. Yeah.
That's where Spice One from.
Spice One from
Hayward. He from Hayward.
I thought he from Oakland. No, Spice One from
He
Oakland.
claimed Oakland, but he actually from Hayward.
Oh, I was gonna rob him one day.
I remember that story. I can't find that story.
It's over there. It's over there. I'll tell it again. Now, what it was, we was up in the Hollywood. We was up in the Hollywood Hills, and and the cold part about it, it was right before we was plotting our case on going out here to Alabama to hit the jewelry store. So the homie who house it was, he was tied in with a whole lot of big name stars and people, and you know, so I'd just be over there all the time. He'd rub it. I'm looking. So now me and my homeboy, we sitting there one night. I see what's his name? Spice One walking through. So I tell homie, I'm like, dang, cuz, ain't that Spice One? He was like, yeah. He had all this on around his neck. Now, you know, back then I was thirsty, boy. I was thirsty like a hyena.
Yeah.
I'm like, I tell the homie, I say, man, I'm finna get him. He's like, no, not in the homie house. I'm like, man, that fool got my car around his neck. I got to have him, cuz. So the homie was like, man, don't rob him in the homie house. I'm like, man, I don't care nothing about the homie. I'm finna get this fool. So the homie in my ear, he say, Toon, don't do it. I said, I bump it. I'll leave him alone. But now when he was coming by, though, I still jumped up like, yeah, what's up, fool? Woo, 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 woo. And I told him, I say, man, yeah, you the only gangster at the time. He was the only dude we considered a gangster rapper.
For real,
so, you know, we kicked it up.
At that time, it was like Too Short, E40, but Spice was real. You know, he was the gangster from the Bay Area.
He was the gangster rapper. Yeah,
he was Bay Gangster.
Yeah, and he to this day he never knew the danger he was in. You know what I'm saying? But we chopped it up. Talked.
Yeah.
He talked about putting me in a video and all that. I'm like,
which video you in?
No, he didn't. No, he was talking about it. He's like, man, I need to get you in one of my videos, man. And
I'm
like, yeah. When we parted ways, you know, of course, I never seen him again. He never seen me again.
I'm friends with dude on Facebook.
With Spice.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Now Spice, real dude.
He's a cool dude, huh?
Now I say he's cool. He's a real guy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
I understand you from the street. He from the streets of, you know, the Bay Area. So, but
right.
You know.
Yeah, I wasn't tripping on where he was from. All I knew was I see somebody with some jewelry on, and I was on it. I was on it. Cause I caught the boy. What's his name? Drew Down. You heard that rapper Drew Down?
I know about Drew Down. Yeah,
I caught him at the West Coast rap off that same year. At that same year,
by 96.
96. Yeah, he had on a necklace with the 2 D's on it, with the 2 double D's on it.
Yeah,
and I seen it. I was on it. I was on it. The homies talked me out of that. But when I come for it though, hold on, bro, man. Let me, I was a whole different person back then. You know how it goes.
I know. But like I say, I'm glad it didn't happen to. I'm glad it didn't happen to Spice or Drew Down. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Yeah.
The homie asked me right here, did I know Sidewinder? Yeah. So man, look, tell me, what's it like out there in Little Rock now? Is it still the way it was back in the day?
No. It's not. No, it's not like it was back then.
Right.
We still got a crime like y'all out there in Birmingham, but it ain't on no really Crip and Blood type deal.
So they let that part go.
Yeah. Like I said, Little Rock in the 90s was color coded. Just like it was certain areas of Little Rock. You couldn't wear blue, you couldn't wear red.
Right.
You just knew. But like I said, I'm glad it's not like it used to be. Because I was a teen in the early 90s. So, I've been wearing what I've been wearing, and like how you be telling your stories. That's how I can relate to it. Dudes will walk up to you, where you from? What set you claim? You know what I'm saying? So
right.
they don't do that now. Nobody asking you what set you claim.
See, now let me show you something. Some people get it misconstrued when I say the way we are in LA is different from different states, because now, like you just said, that whole scene has passed by in Little Rock.
Yeah.
And I be telling people it's different because that, to me, that's what made it a fad. It was a fad. It was the new thing. Colors, it came out. They seen colors. They ran with it, and they Boys in the Hood, and they ran with it. It was a phase, a fad. The difference is in LA, and I tell people all the time, there's no such thing as it being a phase or a fad. It's still going today. It's still going strong. Has it changed some? Yeah, but it's still going. It's our DNA. It's our culture. It's our history. It is what it is. It's no such thing in LA. Oh, when I get to this age, just because I'm this age, I'm not gonna bang no more. No, it don't work that way. There's no retirement plan. There's no where you aged out and you just quit. No, you just
what it is, people like you, Monster, Tookie, Raymond, y'all influence the colors. Y'all influence the NWA. Y'all influence the other states. We got influenced by the Hollywood scene.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? See, y'all made Colors and Boys in the Hood and all that. That's the reason why y'all still doing it, because they made movies and songs off of y'all lifestyle that was going on 20 years before it became popular.
And see, look, a lot of, I got a lot of when I get deep off into certain conversations, when people want to know what do I feel has affected the youth the most, and I tell people all the time, there is, they like, man, you dudes gang banging, man, and whoop, 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 whoop. No. You can't turn your radio on just because Joe Blow and Mickey Flynn standing on a corner twisting their fingers a certain way. You don't turn your radio and hear that. You turn your radio on and you hear music. You go to the movies and you hear the music. Music is the biggest influence on our population today, and not just black. It's black, white, brown, red. Hip hop is the biggest influence because these kids, they gonna emulate what they hear, and they gonna take it and they gonna run with it. And the music industry, they piggyback it off the gangsterism that was going on the streets. So now people say, well, Toon, did y'all influence music or did music influence y'all? No, from the beginning, the gang culture influenced music. But now when music took it and ran with it, now the music industry is what indoctrinates our youngsters nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm a fan of, 90s gangster stuff. But like how you said, the music industry blew that part up and made it
Right.
more popularized. And to be honest with you, man, like how you said, like I can't I can't get into this stuff. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's not gangster. It's not. I don't know what it is,
You know,
but
it's a trip to me, man, because like every time I go back to LA, I see more and more. Now, when I first got out, man, I thought, man, I was biting on steel bars. I want to get back to LA so bad. I've been gone 23 years. I want to get back to my set, my homies, and everything. When I went back, if you've been watching my thing, I went through what I went through with my mom's, and she asked me not to, and I said, okay, I let it go. But now each and every time I go back, it gets easier and easier for me to say, you know what, I made the right decision because I'm seeing some of the stuff that I'm seeing. And with me being older now and in a different mind frame, I
yeah,
don't look at life the way
yeah,
I used to. I don't take life in the way I used to. So things are different to me.
yeah,
And
yeah,
blacks on the east side in LA, we are becoming an endangered species because the Hispanics have moved in so much. The east side of LA is you could say is 80% Hispanic, 20% black. Whereas when I was coming up, it was 98% black, 2% Hispanic,
yeah,
But things change. Nothing stays the same. Things change. And it's like, as far as like different sets on the east side that's beefing with each other, we don't have no room no more to beef with each other, whether you Crip, whether you Blood,
yeah,
whether you
yeah,
come on the in-hood card, a gangster card, a Hoover card,
yeah.
whatever you come up under, we don't have no more room to keep doing the stuff we did back in the day, or we will be extinct in Los Angeles.
Exactly, exactly. And basically, like how what I'm saying, dudes like you, they go to the pen, and that we really ain't. Okay, y'all understand that black folks ain't each other enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where you go? Okay. Now, like I said, I'm not from LA, so I understand y'all mentality is different. But you understand, like when you go to the pen, y'all don't have the same mentality on another set. You just see each other as black. You don't see set. You see black. You don't see red or blue. You see
Right.
black. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
like I tell people, adversity will bring you together. Adversity will put you in a position to where you have no choice but to put that foolishness to the side. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's like you
yeah,
go to prison. And here it is. You been back in jail, you would have got comfortable. And like, that's the homie right there, y'all. And yeah, but adversity, like when you go to prison and it ain't number 30 blacks on the yard and 130 Mexicans. Hey, that's what you call adversity. It will make you say, hey, homie, you black like me. Hey, put your back against mine and we
exactly.
gonna ride this out. I don't care what set you claim, you black like me.
Yeah. Like I say, I will give that to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I will give that to y'all dudes from LA. Y'all may beef with each other on the street, but then y'all know it's time to come together when we in here.
Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. See, the Alabama prison system is kind of like the feds. I have never seen so many. Like you go to prison in Cali, 95% of the people you're gonna see gonna be from Cali. You
Mm,
go to prison in Alabama, in the state, in the regular prison system state,
yeah,
and you see so many people that are from different states. I'm talking about where you got the Cali car, the Detroit car, the Chicago car, the New York car, you know what I'm saying, the Texas car, and that's in the state facilities. So many
mm,
people, I don't know what it is, but they come to Alabama and get locked up.
it's crazy.
Damn, what's going on, homie? You up there? Can't hear you.
The volume up.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't hear him.
Put your earpiece in. Hey, Tune, man, I'm gonna go and get off here, man. It was good chopping up with you. Like I said, I'm gonna stay watching videos. Videos always entertaining, man.
That's what's up, man. I got one coming right after this.
Okay.
Let me wrestle with the homie, man. See if I can get him. I can get him to hear.
That's right. How I get off?
All right. You just click it off on your end.
All right. Let's see. All right, Tone.
All right, homie. Down. Can you hear me? We can't hear you. Still can't hear you, homie. Okay. You gonna have to get your thing fixed, homie. If you pop in and I can hear you, I'm gonna answer you back. I'm answering some of these street professor. Man, start getting deeper in Bama. Yes, street professor. Oh man, let me put that up because this is a definite. That is you have said a 150% truth right here, street professor. Are getting deeper in Bama. In the last 3 years, the Hispanic population in Birmingham, Alabama has increased 78% in the last 3 years. 78%. That's true. Okay. We still can't hear you over there, big homie. Nardo, yeah, I do have Instagram, homie. Yeah, I got Instagram. My Instagram is da.ova.lord, the Overlord. Kelly Chicano, Google, David, what's up, OG? David, sorry I'm late. You late, homie. Yeah. Game over. It's cheap to stay in Bama. Very cheap, homie. Very, very, very cheap. Very cheap. Depending on the area that you living in Alabama, you can get a 2-3 bedroom house for $700-800 a month. Nice house. Nice. You think I'm finna trade that off to come back to LA and spend $3,000 and $4,000 on a 1 bedroom? No, homie. I'm cool, B. Tune, I thought the A7s and Avalons don't get along. But does that mean me and the brother can't talk? I can still talk. All I know is that the only thing agreed on Trump with was border immigration control, no matter your race. Okay. Wow, that's what's up. Okay, homie. Cali Chicano, wow, how's the weather though? Hot. Andrew Ananda, the spirit soul does not have a race or gender. It is eternal. True enough. The Table, next time I'm in LA, have to visit y'all park. Cuzzo, South Park it is, homie. Bang, bang, NTB, have you ever had to put a homie off the set? If so, why? Yeah. Several times. Just to give you example, the one homie punked the game in prison. He marked out in prison and then came back to the streets like it was gonna be okay. No. Boop, 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 boop. Get off the set. You're out of here. You ever had an issue? Quantity B. You ever had an issue follow you from jail? Not that I can remember. Trey Day, what's up, homie? Screws that dude. Alabama don't have FanDuel. Yeah, they do. D. Evans, okay. Screws that dude. Bear down. That's right. Bear down. The Bears. Solo, in your 50s and 60s, it's in our best interest to get along. Of course. Of course. West Nile. Okay. What's up, homie? Can you hear us?
Hey, what's going on, Toon? Y'all
All
hear me
right,
loud
all
and
right.
clear?
Yeah, we can hear
Listen,
you, homie. You in there. You in there.
I just wanted to say, man, I'm a huge fan of yours, bro. Been following you probably for about a year and a half, 2 years now. And just I wanted to thank you, like, for the content that you put out, man. You a genuine dude, bro. You a real
Thank you, man.
genuine dude.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it. You be making my long work nights go nice and smooth or whatever when I'm hearing your stories, you know.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you located?
I'm from New York, man.
That's what's up. That's what's
I'm
up.
from
I
New
hear
York.
it. I hear it.
Yeah,
I got a
everybody
lot of
says it, the
people out
accent.
there.
What's up? What's up?
I got a lot of people out there your way. My set, we got a big standing over there in like in Jamaica, Queens.
I think I got 40s out here, 40 Avalon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the 40 Avalanche, yeah.
But I don't think you guys out here, I don't know about anywhere else, but I don't think out here y'all are a very predominant set.
No.
Like one of the biggest sets out here is a homegrown set. You probably heard of them. They go by G Stone Crips. You know,
Yeah.
they the ones that Pop Smoke and them. They the ones that was, you know what I mean, really pushing that line.
Right.
But yeah, I'm a civilian. I'm not affiliated with nothing. I ain't no gang member, nothing like that. But you know,
That's right.
growing up in New York, you around that. And I always feel like other cities and states look down on New York because of that shit. Because they're like, oh, well, y'all just copying what California does, or y'all just copying what other city does. But really, New York is like its own. Like the gang scene over here is very much, I would consider it like Chicago like, because you'll have Crips and Bloods in the same gang together because they're from the same neighborhood. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Like they're from the
Like
same
like
projects.
out here in Alabama. Like that's how Alabama do it too.
Oh yeah, it's like mix different sets together.
No, what they'll have, okay, say like they'll have all right, in Birmingham, Alabama, they'll have a project. But now in this project,
Right.
you'll see dudes like you in prison, and you'll see a dude over here, he a Crip, dude over there, he a Blood, dude over there, he a Disciple, dude over there, he a Vice Lord,
Right.
but they all from the same projects.
Mm.
So
Right.
on the streets, they done ran together, kicked it together, but when they come to prison, they section off with their prospective groups, but in our
Yeah.
actuality, they all from the same neighborhood on the street.
Yeah. I feel like in New York it's like that too. Like your main gang doesn't matter. What matters is the neighborhood where you're from or whatever.
Right.
Because I feel like one of the big differences between like when you talk gang politics and between New York and LA, like in LA, like number one, you guys have history, right? Like your history goes back 50, 60 years. You know what I mean? Since the 60s and 70s. Whereas in New York, like it changes. Not saying that we've never had gangs. Of course we had gangs. Like since the foundation of the United States, we had gangs, right? Like we had
Right, right,
the
right, right.
Irish beefing with the Italians, beefing with the Jews, like you know what I mean? That's how it's always been in New York. But New York really functions crew based, and it was really predominantly money driven. Like in the 90s, like when you had all those, Wu Tang and them, that was all like crews, drug dealing crews, but there wasn't really a gang.
Mm-hmm.
Um, from what I know, like when it comes to like the jail politics, it was always based on your city, right? So like I'm from the Bronx, so everybody from the Bronx will like click up. Everybody from Brooklyn will click up. Everybody from Queens will click up. That's how it was originally. But eventually, when the whole Bloods thing started in the 90s, um, it was since it started in jail, that's why it spread out so fast, right? Because in jail, you got people from all over the place, just like you mentioned earlier. There's people from all over the place, and they took whatever they learned in jail, that gang mentality, and they took it back to the streets, to their projects. That's how it spread so fast.
Right,
And like
right.
the Bloods outnumber the Crips out here, like 10-1, basically.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's changed a little bit. There's more like not trying to say that like it's even because it's not, but I feel like due to all these little alliances, like with Crips, Bloods, Latin Kings, all of them being in the same gangs now, um, people started to like branch out more and start their own shit. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of difficult to break it down, but we're more similar to Chicago than we are LA, if that makes any sense, you know?
Right. It does. It does. I can understand that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can understand that.
Absolutely. So you say you're
One of,
working on animated now? On animated?
yeah, I got a guy,
Snip?
man. He presented it to me. He told me about it. It sounded good to me. And I'm like, okay, because I'm in the process now of trying to finish this book up, my autobiography. And I'm like, if I don't hurry up finish that book, but the foundation gonna whoop my feet, you know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
But
I hear that for sure.
I'm trying to finish that, man. And but now when he presented it to me, it sounded good. He's like, Toon, some of your stories are so good, we could take them and just, animate it, real quick, 20, 30-minute animation. I'm like, cool, homie, if hey, show me what to do, and I'm there. I'm with it,
How's the book thing going on? I remember saying you had a book coming out.
Yeah, it's going along. The holdup is me. Man, I'm lazy as I don't know what, man. I might go a week. Yeah, homie, I might go a week and not write nothing, man. And then I'll go 2-3 days and I'll blaze up a whole bunch of stuff, because it's not like it's a fiction book where I'm just making stuff up as I go. It's my life. So it's easy. All I gotta do is sit down, grab a pen, and just write, what happened in my life.
Right. I hear
so
that.
But now I get lazy.
It happens to the best of us, my friend.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
definitely
man.
Does definitely. I wanted to ask you, how is it? Why is California so race related? Because I know over there in jail, like, you guys all function under your race card, like, whites with the whites, blacks with the blacks, X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Like, in New York is not. I feel like back in the 90s it was like that, where it was the Hispanics against the blacks, but now in 2024 it's not like that at all. Like, you have black and Hispanic men in the same game. Like, that's nothing. That's normal. Whereas
Okay.
over there, everything is race.
And you know what? When I first came to Alabama and got locked up, within the first few months of me being locked up in prison, I seen the difference between their system and our system. And I would tell people in Alabama, because now, people hear the word Alabama, they think of being lynched and all the slave stuff and all that. But now, and when I first got locked up out there, I would tell myself, hey, homie, California is 1,000 times more racist than y'all. No, man, no. I'm telling you. When my first day in prison in Alabama, they put me in a cell with a white dude, blowed my wig back. I'm talking about when they told me what cell to go to, I went to the cell. The dude was sitting on the bed doing hobby craft. I said, my bad, homie. I go back to the pole. I say, what cell? That cell. I'm like, it's a white dude in there. They like, and? I say, oh, we supposed to live together? They like, yeah, and? I'm like, yeah, I thought in my mind, okay, Dorothy, we're no longer in Kansas, And I went in there with him, and I started seeing how it was. But man, listen, I can't tell you how and why Cali is as racist as it is. Now, you can understand the black and white issues. That's been there since the beginning of time.
Right.
But as far as the black and Hispanic issues go, you ever heard the term, homie, you can't put two bulls in one pasture? You got two major entities, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, you got the blacks who was real strong in the 70s and early 80s in the prison system. Then you got the Mexicans who was strong and eventually got stronger and stronger and stronger. Right. And so it's like, okay, we tougher than you. No, we tougher than you. No, we gonna show you we tougher. Well, that's what you gonna have to do. And it just kept boom, 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 till man, you build up prison. When you do enough time in the California prison system, homie, you learn to build up hate toward others that you normally wouldn't have built. But now when you own the yard, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20 years, and you steadily going through race ride after race ride, homies getting stabbed, homies getting jumped, homies getting this, you learn how to build hate in your heart for other people. And that's the sickness that the California prison do. And you don't really lose that hate until you get out. and start mingling with other people, start, like, you know what? Oh, they ain't that bad. Well, they ain't that bad.
Right.
And that, that's just how it is though, homie.
You realize you're more similar than you are different.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, it's kind of like, it's not like it was in the 80s. In the 2000s and stuff like this, every black gang in LA has an abundance of Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna find not one black gang in LA no more that don't got a whole lot of Mexicans that's from they set now. It's just because it's one big melting pot. Everything is black and Mexican. So, and then, like I say, because of the music influence, they rap, blacks rap, everybody rapping, the culture's the same, the speech is the same, the dress code is the same. You know what I'm saying? When I come outside, I see you, you see me. When we go to the store, I see you, you see me now,
Right.
So now everybody is just like boom, boom, boom. And it's just changing. That's what come in the prison system. Like some of the essays that, the Hispanics that go to jail now, they get into it with the older regime of Mexicans that's been there because they still got this old school mentality. But these new Mexicans coming in, man, they talk black, walk black, look black, act black, rap black. It's just their thing. And they don't want to be under them type rules and regulations because they not doing that on the street. Everybody kind of vibing now,
Right. I was gonna ask you that, like, how would like the older OG, like Sureño homies, like how would they look like when there's a young Mexican dude repping a black gang? Like I'm sure that's
now
gonna cause a lot of
that's a
tension.
no-no. Yeah, that's now that part of the game has always been a problem. It's always, I don't know about now, but like when back in the 80s when I was doing time in Cali, if a Mexican came in and he was a Crip or Blood, it pretty much is finna be a riot because they gonna try to get at him. The same way though, if a black dude came in and he was from a Mexican gang, we was gonna try to get at him. And it was just like it was, it was kind of, that's how it was,
Right. One more question before I get up out of here. Like why does it seem that the black card is so divided, right? Like a Sureño gets locked up, even if he's beefing with another Sureño from another gang, they still fall under that Sureño umbrella in jail in California. Why do you think it's so difficult for blacks to unite? You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm gonna go back in time a little bit. I'm gonna go back in time, man. You know, we were taught at an early age, and before our time, I'm gonna take you all the way back to when they brought us over here. They systematically indoctrinated our minds with the divide and conquer. You got the field Negro, you got the house Negro. And they set that into playing way back then. Whether it was on purpose or not, I can't tell you, but it took root. And as the years went by, with the economic situation that they put us in, it was like, I gotta come up. And that's why they always use that term. I don't use the word, but them things in a barrel. That's where that mentality was developed at. And it's like, man, I don't want to see you do better. I want to do better. I don't want to see you do better. I want to do better. So now here it is, even fast forward 100,000 years into the LA gang culture, with the sets dividing, the unity was never there because we came up in an area to where the unity was not there. Yeah, I'm unified with the people who got the same tattoos as me, but I'm not unified with a dude that's on the other block that I don't know. And until we start going to prison and being put up under the pressure of being outnumbered 10-1, that's when we finally stopped and start listening and learning and start changing. Now, it's not like that anymore. We done changed. Black unity is coming together more and more and more and more and more. Right. And it's because they had to. They got to. If they don't, they will become extinct.
I hear that. Well, anyways, sorry for taking up so much of your time, man.
No,
Appreciate
it's
you.
cool, homie.
Huge fan.
That's what we out tonight. We out to answer all questions, homie.
Yeah. Now I saw when you spoke about it in another video, you was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go live," so I had to just come in and show love.
That's what's up, homie.
Thank you for the content, man.
Thank you,
the
homie.
man,
Thank you
bro.
for the support.
All right, homie. Have a good
All
one.
right. So I know I'm being home purpose, but are there any purpose in LA County? Okay, Foundation. I'm looking. I can answer questions that's coming up on the screen now. Mark Film say, I know Bompton as being home of the Pyrus, but are there any Pyrus in LA County? Yes, there are, all over LA County. You got Pyrus in San Diego, you got Pyrus in Inglewood, you got Pyrus in South Central, you got them in Compton, you got them in Watts, you have Pyrus everywhere. Okay, no more. That's not the Scoop say I don't even recognize Central Avenue no more. He say I loved it. Looks like TJ, and I'm a low bottom. Hey, imagine what it looked like to me, homie, after being gone all them years and coming home to what it looked like now. Blowed my wig back. I'm talking about what? And I tell people all the time, the LA of today is not the LA that I grew up in. You know, it is what it is. Okay, okay. Dubs the drunk PC per Cali Chai live at Irvine. Okay. Is that Dubs? Dubs, is that you? Dubs, is that you? Dubs, now you know dang well you supposed to hit that link and come on this goddamn show with me, man. You know dang well if that's the real Dubs, man. You know dang well you supposed to come on the show, man. Hit the link. Man, I'm gonna put the link up there again just to make sure. You know? There it is, man. Copy. Boom. Okay. Uh-oh, wrong thing. There it is, post comment. Paste. Now there go the link right there, Dubs. Hit that link, man. If you don't bring your butt up on this show and talk to me, man, because we can, look, together we can answer a whole lot of stuff that a lot of people want to know, man. It's going to be legendary. It would be legendary, man. Dubs the drunk, EB put out the paperwork on me. I'm PC. Huh? Oh, man, I don't get into that, homie. That can't be, that must not be the real Dubs then. Can a Crip from another state come to get plugged in? How would they be accepted? They would be accepted, homie. Man, look, I don't know what y'all done heard, but homies in LA don't trip on homies from different states. It's not an issue, man. It's not an issue. It's all good, you know? The Making of a Man TV. What's up, man? Los Angeles is not the same. No, Alex Santos, that's a fake Dubs account. Oh, okay, homie. Tune, what was your favorite food spot back in the day growing up in the Avalons? That Golden Bird chicken right there on 51st. Yeah. Out of the 4 MTA, formerly RTD, the 2 other buses I used to frequent, the 51, yeah. Dubs of the Cali Chicano, there is no welfare hood res where I'm from. Okay. That's somebody different. But yeah, man, they had that Golden Bird right there. Let's see what we got. M Dollar. What's up, homie?
Yo, Tune, peace. I'm good.
What's up, homie?
Yo, what up, man? Nah, I'm checking in and everything. I see you on live right now, so I want to check in with the big homie, man. How's it going?
What's up? You good? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm ready to clock out of work in another 40 minutes. Type shit.
Man, I know you feeling good now then.
Damn right, it's my Friday.
yeah, that's right.
Yo, listen, I wanna, cause probably like a couple of months ago, I remember you was on live, and I'm gonna holler at the homie. I forgot Nardo is in the chat. I got a question for him too, because he said it's from Bompton. But I had asked you a question on one of your lives a couple of months back, or probably last year. That I checked in and everything like that. And you said there's some Avalons in Queens, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what part of Queens, right? Specifically,
Jamaica, Queens.
All right, because I frequent, like I like to say, I'm from Harlem / the Bronx. But
Right.
I frequent throughout all the boroughs and everything like that. But I got a lot of cousins in Queens, and there's like a big blood. You know, we got the UBN over there, but there's a big blood set in Queens that they know. Because, like, for example, my block where I live in the Bronx is home of the Sex Money Murder. But Sex Money Murder before they joined, I know Peabody started the UBN back in, that was the 70s, right? In the 70s.
No,
Yeah,
in
so
the 80s.
when they came over in the that was in the prison system, right? That wasn't in the county.
Yeah, in the prison system. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know you had the CCOs and and all that stuff, right? So now what was I saying? I lost track of my thought real quick.
You were saying about Jamaica Queens.
All right, yeah. Now with that with Peabody and everything, then we started UBN. Sex Money Murder was original because I see there's a lot of people online. I'm looking at different videos and everything that, you know, Sex Money Murder before they were Blood, they were a street crew. So Pistol P and all that, they had the street crew over there rocking. So that, you know, they're a lot, because there's a lot of internal, and I'm not homie, but there's a lot of internal shit that happens over here and everything, which is leading to more of the youth being, you know, incarcerated and them ending up dying for no reason at all. We was already misled over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But because we have a mixture in New York City, we have a mixture of everything because we have the Puerto Rican movement of the Young Lords. I've been to Cali twice, and they all identified me. When I went over there, they all identified me as Mexican because y'all barely got Puerto Rican. Y'all got a percentage of Puerto Ricans out there, I've noticed, but you know, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans is mostly East Coast. They look at me, they're like, "Oh, you Mexican, the West Coast," and I see why, because there's a lot of Mexicans out there. And everything like that. But I just want to get like clarity and everything like that with, you know, the Avalons and everything like that, who sanctioned them over here, because I see you a bit.
I did a video earlier this year, and I went live with all the homies in New York, all the Avalons in New York, and I don't know, you probably missed it, but yeah, I did it. I was earlier this year. You'd have to go back and find it, but yeah, they was out there because, you know, it's some in Harlem, it's some in the Bronx, but the majority are right there in Jamaica, Queens, but they all over. You know what? I wish I could go through my computer and find that video real quick. I can't.
Nah, I'm gonna go and tune in. I'm gonna definitely go and tune in and look at that video and everything like that, because the thing is what with me out here, we had the tarmac, because a lot of people like to say that New York City didn't have no gangs. There was gangs since the 70s, 60s, the Warriors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But however, the thing is with New York, we combine I like to say we the home of the remix, right? So they took LA's ideology and Chicago's ideology and came over here. So like, if you think about the Young Lords wasn't a gang, so to say. Of course, the federal government is going to label them gangs, but they were a political movement out of Puerto Rico, but it started in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So, but I actually have an interesting question to ask you. So now, and it corresponds to this with New York and Chicago, when I like to say they mixed everything over here. So the 5 and the 6, that's an interesting question. So now over here, the conflict was over here that the Latin Kings and the Bloods were always at war, but they ended up falling under the 5-star. They both ended up falling under the 5-star, which came from Cali. But I remember being young and listening to Banging on Wax.
Wait. Let me stop you real quick. When you said that 5-star came from Cali, first off, we don't do no stars or numbers. We don't do that. That's a Chicago thing.
I meant to say Chicago.
Oh, okay. All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Go ahead, finish, homie. Go ahead. $, finish your.
Yeah. So good looking. So I don't know if the 5 stars they represent one, like, is peace, love, you, whatever the case is. But I remember being young and listening to Banging on Wax, and mind you, I love all the albums that are Banging on Wax. And I remember Sin Loke specifically saying something about it was one of the videos, I forgot what song it was. He had a mask on. He said something about 6, because in New York, the Crips wrote the 6 stars. So I heard, and that always resurrected in my mind. And I was like, hold on, I gotta find somebody that I can actually chop it up with and decipher this. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all don't ride 5 or 6s out there.
Right.
But
Let
Sin
me.
Low.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
homie. Go ahead.
I don't know what Sin might have been saying back then, or what was it about, you know what I'm saying, whether the block that he's from is the 600 block or the 6 block or whatever. But the only thing that you're gonna come close to in LA that has anything to do with that are the Black P Stones. They rep the 5. That is the only set in LA that has anything to do with a 5 or a 6. Other than that, LA sets don't have anything to do. Like when I first got locked up in Alabama, my first 2-3 years was trying to straighten out a lot of stuff that they had wrong, because they had took the LA culture and they took the Chicago culture and they mixed it in as one. All this literature, stars, numbers, and all of those stuff. And I went through HELL. Man, I was getting into fights and all type of stuff with these cats, man, because I'm like, no. But now, it's hard to tell a person something when they've been running with it for all these years and they want to be right. And I'm like, homie, if that's what you want to do, go ahead. But that has nothing to do with Cali, period.
Yeah, and that's interesting, because I guess when T. Rogers came over there, he brought the same ideology. So I'm assuming that I don't even want to go further in depth, but I'm assuming that the 5-star in the jungles represents the same thing that the 5-star represents all over the board.
No, but
they kind of intermesh it in the same. It's gonna be a little bit different, but yeah, when he brought that with him, he kind of inserted that into their program.
And not only that, the area that he chose was a damn good area. You know how far he is. Yeah, the west side. He way on the west side. He in the area was called Black Beverly Hills, Baldwin Hills area over there.
Yeah, especially back then.
The down here part is the Black Peace. And when they go up here, they up in Baldwin Hills, man. That's the Black Beverly Hills. Houses over there cost millions of dollars. And he created what he created over there, and they got a big ass hood. Oh yeah. I should be in a turf. They got a big ass hood, man. So T. Rogers, rest in peace, man. But yeah.
Rest in peace. That's interesting for me being a New Yorker. I mean, I only been out there twice. You know what I'm saying? The first time I went to the Bay Area and we drove. Listen, I didn't even realize how far Southern California is from the Bay. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
6 hours going through the hill.
It's like, unless a person know, it's like, okay, now I've always said this. Northern California should have been a part of Portland, Oregon. It should have been, and Southern, because they got that weather, and it's so much different. I'm talking about, it's like night and day. And then you got Southern California. We should have been a part of what is that? Nevada and all that, New Mexico and all that right there. But in the same states. But yeah, Northern Cali and Southern Cali, homie, like 2 different worlds. And it's always been that way. That was some of the problems that we went through when we was coming to prison back when the homies were going to prison in the 70s and the 80s. They would get into it, the BGF. The BGF, Northern California, they've always had that BGF mentality. And so now here it is, you got a bunch of people coming in from Southern California with this gang mentality. They ain't caring nothing about no black on black crime. They about all that, And the brothers from the North couldn't understand our ideology coming from the South. And it was always a problem. But yeah, the North and the South in Cali has always been vastly different.
But let me say this. Let me say this. Speaking on the brothers, up north, I hadn't realized, them dudes is nationwide also. Until I went to the feds, bro. I ran to several from Texas and Baltimore. Yeah. I was like, and I just sat back and I'm not surprised. And I really thought about it. I'm not surprised because of, the ideology and just we have a different mentality, bro. LA, we have a different mentality on certain things, and that's just it. That's all. It ain't no bragging or anything. That's just the way we are. You got other cities that may be the same. It may take something to make them get to that point. But we've been getting at that point for quite some time, so yeah.
I was locked up in Alabama with with several dudes from what they call it, Sex Money Murder.
I heard of them. Yeah. They was out of New York,
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah, New York. Yeah, I was telling the brother up here, it was a few dudes locked up in Alabama with me from there.
Mm-hmm.
So the starter. So the thing is that I come from that neighborhood. So Harlem, I'm from Harlem originally, the east side of Harlem, which I want to actually segue what I'm about to say into something that I've been having on my mind for so long that relates to the Cali and or the correlation of Cali and New York. But Sex Money Murder was because over here in New York, we had drug crews in the 80s. So like the crews and everything like that. And mind you, I'm a young cat. I'm only 32 years old. But like my whole family was involved and everything like that. So Harlem and the Bronx are basically together. They're like this. I know I'm big on geography, so I see like Compton from LA is like probably what 20-30 minute ride on the freeway.
No.
Watts is closer. Watts is closer to LA County than Compton, right? Compton is going more towards Long Beach.
Compton is actually southeast of Los Angeles. Right there. If you
right. So
say South Central. In South Central Watts, Compton is actually southeast. That's when that city began of Compton and South Central. So that you know how close they are to us. They're not far at all from us. They're just southeast. This is another city, just Compton.
But can you walk from LA to Compton?
Let me give you. I'm gonna give you the demographics on that, homie.
All right.
If you was to come to LA and you were driving, you would not know when you were going into Watts or when you was going into Compton because they're that close. There's nothing but a street, just a street. We know the difference because we born and raised there. But like for some, it's not like you have to leave and drive a certain amount of time through no rural area and then you come into the city of this, or you drive, now you come into, it's all connected. LA is just one big place, but you got the city of Compton, the city of Watts, but it ain't it's right there, homie. You can throw a rock from South Central to Compton.
So the same way is like, because everything over here is an island. So you could cross Harlem and the Bronx is like this, Brooklyn and Queens is like this, but Brooklyn and Queens, you could walk into like over the streets and everything like that. Harlem and the Bronx, you could cross, you could walk over the bridge and everything like that, and you right there, basically.
What I was saying, see, LA, you don't have to go across bridges when you go into, like I say, going from South Central to Watts, it's a street. I'm talking about. Put it like this here: the average street is what, 90 feet wide. You can say 90 feet separate them. It's just right there across the street.
I mean, certain areas is going to be like you cross the street, it's going to say Compton.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you another city that kissed right into Compton, Gardena. If you're in a certain part of Gardena, which is the southern part of Gardena, you go back that way by Broadway and all over there. Guess what?
Right.
You're gonna run into Compton. Once you cross over and you cross back over, you're gonna be in Gardena. That's what you're talking about. We that close.
It's that close.
It's that close.
Yeah,
it's nowhere. That's right there.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like, because when I went out there, me, I'm a New Yorker, but I wanted to go sightseeing, and I didn't even know. Like, I remember driving with my peoples and shit like that, and seeing, like, I noticed that Rosecrans it cuts all through Compton, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's just one straight strip that goes all the way down.
It goes through Compton. Rosecrans goes through Compton.
Yeah, so it's one straight strip.
Put it like this. You hear me all the time. You talk about you hear me talk about where I'm from. Yeah, I'm from Avalon. Put it like this here. You could get on the street Avalon in downtown LA, way in downtown, and drive and ride that street. You gonna go through South Central, Compton, Watts, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's one big city with different names.
Yeah, because I was bugging out as
downtown LA ain't nothing. It's right there, right by us also.
Yeah, I was bugging out because when I was on Rodeo Drive, I was on the corner of Rodeo and Crenshaw, and I said, "Oh shit, this is where it ends, son."
Yeah, that's a different drive.
That's right there. Yeah,
like, there's a little more drive.
Yeah, I just don't.
But it's still a house in the town.
Right, but I didn't want to get really too off topic because this is what I want to focus on, right? So now there's been a cancer, I would like to call it, going around because it's trying to divide the what's really been established and structured as we know it, because there's never been no debate that the Latinos in New York specifically the Puerto Ricans and the blacks that created hip hop, right? Now, I'm Afro Latino, but like in Puerto Rico, when you go to the island, there's a southern part of, like just like different parts of the island. If you know Tego Calderon, the Caribbean, the reggaeton artist from way back in the early 2000s, he's from part of Puerto Rico where there was naturally Africans over there, right? So now me being a young cat and everything, and there's also a part of Puerto Rico that you have blonde hair, blue eyed people. I don't know throughout history, maybe the people from Europe came, whatever the case is. But I feel like it's a division, and I say that because I'm actually looking, because I pay attention to the West Coast YouTube sector. I see the Mexicans rising up and doing they thug thizzle and shit, and I respect that. But I also feel it's a plan to divide us, especially at such a critical time in what we're going through nationwide right now. We don't need to be divided through any, especially hip hop music. And I like to tell people, like, they like say, oh, you act this and this and that. This is not a race thing, it's a culture thing. I grew up coming outside my house. I got black brother. My grandfather, my mother's father, is just as dark as you fellas. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I grew up a certain way. Being from Harlem, y'all already know Harlem is like the epicenter of all culture throughout the whole nation. That's where I grew up at. Even though I grew up on the east side, there's two parts of Harlem: the Spanish Harlem and there's regular, African Harlem. Because when you go to 125th and you go straight down, it's all Africa right there. You know what I'm saying? And we all grew up with each other. So like that agenda that's been put out there, and I'm thankful to actually be on your platform too, to radiate this message. We were there since nobody ever said we created it, because that's culture. Like, I mean, we're black.
M dollars. Let me say that. Right. Let me say that. I don't mean to cut you off, and excuse me.
Nah, speak your wisdom.
Hold on, homie. Hold on for 1 second.
Now, speak your wisdom.
Because you're not realizing how old this man is right here, me and Toon. I care less about rap music. I don't mess with rap music. My era is oldies and big bands, Cameo, Barcades, and all that, and Parliament, Zap. That's the music I grew up in. So this racial stuff that people want to create with hip hop culture, you guys have allowed that, because they just had a so-called 50-year anniversary of so-called hip hop culture, and there wasn't no racism back then. So those that's in your age bracket or whatever who has an issue with it, guess what? Y'all allowed it, because this man never had an issue about it.
It's not even my age bracket though.
No, I'm just saying, but you've been speaking on it for quite some time, because you're jumping up. I'm listening to you, homie. I pays attention, and you go there, and you go there, and you go there. I'll just come back to your original spiel. It was about this hip hop stuff, and man, I don't have a clue about hip hop culture. I don't know anything about rap music today. I don't play it in my dash. I don't keep up with it, so I don't know about.
We all are hip hop culture. This is how we grew up. Because you said a key word. Hold on.
I'm not gonna say I'm hip hop culture. I'm not gonna say.
I don't want to cut your wisdom, yo. I don't want to cut your wisdom down, but you said one key word at the beginning. You said rap. Rap is just words over a beat, over a rhythm. Hip hop culture, hip hop. This is what we live. This is what we breathe, including you guys. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like at a certain time, and it's sad because you said my generation, we don't debate about that. It's the elders that debate about that. So, I just wanted to come on the platform to say that we all equal, regardless. That it's a divide and conquer agenda that's going on here that I cannot allow for it to be a cancer and it to multiply. That's all I want to say.
Well, you youngsters got to figure it out. You ought to be the ones on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Y'all know all the social medias to correct it. I don't mess with none of that stuff. So, like I said, you youngsters, y'all allowed the open enemy to come in there and create division. Because I know my age bracket, me and this man, we didn't create it. Not at all, because we respect it. It's rap music. I first heard rap music, Rapper's Delight, back in 79. So I know, and Curtis Blow came out in 79, the Christmas rap. Remember that joint tune?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was 1979. So, man, the brother go back with this rap stuff, and they have taken it to where now dudes is actually getting killed about this stuff now. We wasn't doing that.
Shit, but I grew up on the stylistics.
It's crazy.
Not the stylistics.
I mean,
he said he grew up on the stylistics.
I'm a young cat.
Yeah. Oh, he said
my parents always play. I'm only 32 years old, but I grew up. My parents and everybody I was around, They had the OGs playing, Otis Redding, Stylistics, a Gap Band. I love the Gap Band. That's one of my favorite bands.
That's a good
So
thing.
like,
Right.
you know, I'm very.
You gotta look at it like
Yeah,
this.
what?
32. You 32, and me and this man right here got kids older than you. So you got there is a gap. And it's some things we just don't understand. And we glad to hear y'all tell us about what the problems are, because we supposed to be the wise when it comes with the answer. That's why you telling it to us.
And that,
See,
and
my
that's why.
thing is, me personally, I don't really have a problem like that with rap. I have a problem with the way and the things they talk about in rap today. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody talking about nothing in rap no more, but I'ma kill you, you kill me. I'ma rob you, you rob me. My jewelry bigger than yours, your jewelry bigger than mine. Her booty big, and nowadays some of them even talk about his booty big. So you know, that's the problem I got with rap of today. They ain't getting down like they did back in yesteryear. They was talking about something in yesteryear. Nowadays, they ain't talking about nothing but hurting somebody and violence.
Well, that's what the labels want to promote, unfortunately.
Say it again?
You know, back in the day, you had to. That's what the labels want to promote, unfortunately, because back in the day, you had the Nation of Gods and Earths, which they were all they considered conscious raps. The 5%ers were the ones that people looked up to.
And you're right about that. The music people, they pushing that because that's what sells. It's just like on YouTube. You could get on YouTube and talk positive all day long. Don't nobody want to hear that. Soon as you get into a YouTube beef and go to spit boxing over the air with somebody, everybody want to, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to tune in. Everybody want to hear it, you know?
Like,
Real talk. Can you hear me?
Tune, let me ask you a question. Would you ever do an interview with Adam 22?
Never. They have asked me several times to go on that show. They even tried to pay me money. No, homie, they too messy.
Let me tell you something.
They don't know.
Let me say this, Tuna. Tune. Can I call my homie? I got a homie named Cartoon. We call him Tuna. So don't think I'm disrespecting you. You dig what I'm saying? If I slip and say Tuna, because that means
it
Tuna.
Ain't done.
But Pete, I don't want to forget my point where I wanted to say to the young brother, damn, I sometimes I got short-term memory. The feds hit me with it. It'll come back to me, the point I want to make. But go ahead, y'all go on finish. It'll come back to me.
Okay.
I just feel like Son is trying to capitalize off our culture. And
that's exactly what he's doing.
Right.
And I'm not gonna sit here and say Brick Baby is allowing it because you pay, but like if I ain't gonna lie, my brother, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything, right? So let's say hypothetically, if I would have like G-checked him right there on the spot about anything. There's no reason why this man should even be speaking. You have a hip hop platform. Why are you bringing in politics of a city that you're in to any interview?
Okay, can I speak on what it is? He's eating out for our culture, and a lot of homies, they going up there just goddamn me just to get the little fame or the little light that they giving them, and it make them seem like they bigger than the homies. Like nobody bigger than the program. Like this shit, everybody need to just stop with the shenanigans and the bullshit, and we can create like what we doing on Tune. All them niggas can come to Big Cartoon and all the black platforms like Kel Mack and all the other homies. They won't go get them an interview, but they'll go to the white boy Flag, a goddamn me, no
exactly.
Tell them their life stories, and then they wondering why they getting locked up and going to jail. You don't got, man. Some people just stupid and they gonna figure it out though, man. That's why.
Did you see that interview that he just did, man, with the little youngster about the Pop Smoke murder thing? Man,
hey, I feel my thing on that Cartoon, homie wasn't ready for that interview. He just got out on the murder case and his mind went there. Ain't no way in hell the homie shouldn't have let that little nigga go up there and get up there. He ain't supposed to be speaking. No, not on this. And then he's still a child. He still got a kid mind frame. He ain't built up to be remorseful. He just went up there and it's like it was a weird ass interview. I don't feel he should have went up there, but I mean it is what it is. But I don't think he should have went up there.
No. And see, you got a lot of dudes that's up in age they going on this show and they letting this white boy ask them all type of stupid stuff, and they're answering it.
Well, see, they just showing us what they doing on TV. You know, Adam is part of the porn thing. He fucking them boys too on the low. After the show, it's all type of weirdo shit going on that we don't know. They just showing the soap opera, man.
I believe that.
Yeah.
So yo, Toon, let me ask you this. Toon. So if you were a grown ass man, like let's use Brick Baby as an example, and this is no disrespect to him though, but where is the line that's separated where you have to feed your family, use it as a career, or being a sellout to your people?
On something like that, that's gonna come down to the individual, homie. We all got different fingerprints, you feel me? So that means we all different. Right. That means we all got different principles and morals. Where I cut the line at on foolishness, the next man might let it go another 5 or 6 feet before he cut it off. So I really couldn't answer that. Me personally, I draw the line at going near his show, period. Whereas some people, if they work for him or if he's paying them to come on the show, they want them 2-3 little old dollars. They want them 2-3 little old 5 minutes of fame, and they don't know how to say, you know what? That ain't worth this. This ain't worth that.
Think about it. No jumper. Nobody went fucking with Brick Baby till he come out talking about shitty cuz was his little homie. And the nigga supposed to kill Nip. Nobody went fucking with that nigga. That man been in Atlanta, back and forth to LA. As soon as he holler about shitty cuz is his little homie or whatever, everybody want to get the interview. Everybody tuned in now. Come on, man. Just too much fake shit. If that man would have never said he was a part of them, like, come on. Just,
Yo, Toon, so why they say go.
What's up, Toon?
Go.
No, go ahead, homie. I want to hear you.
Oh, you talking about me or M Dollar?
No, anybody.
All right, what's up, Toon? I'm a Watson Out affiliate, just coming in, from the outside in or whatnot. So I seen everything, man. I'm as LA as you buy, we fry. That hot pastrami on a Saturday night,
Yeah.
But I would say this, man. I agree with you, but with slight reservation, because if people could stop white boys from coming through the hood, right? When it comes with that voyeuristic stuff, I want to see how they living, as if we Africans, with flies all on us. We can do the same thing when it comes to hood knowledge and stuff like that. I mean, there's some stuff that I've been predisposed to growing up in the Jordan Downs and stuff like that. I know who's who, when, and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
In fact, I was second string behind Tweeter. Okay, I'm sure you know about Tweeter and BL. Tweeter was BL's little brother.
I know BL is. Yeah.
Okay, so you know what time it is, right? So I mean, there's certain things that I wouldn't even say just off of simple respect and sanctity, right? And I just see how the behavior changes, from the outside looking in. Like, okay, so you quick to bang on somebody that look like you quick to disrespect you, people that look like you, but when you get on the show, you show this white boy deference. He don't ever come to the hood though, right? He don't ever do any spinoff series or any documentaries or anything like that where people could really win. You giving them appeal for continued suffering so they can continue to depend on you over and over and over. That ain't no love, that's exploitation.
I ain't trying to cut you out, but like you say, without the brothers being over there, no jumper would be nothing right now.
I agree.
The homies telling they LA stories, telling about what they done did, they war stories, this and that. That nigga he ain't got nothing to talk about. Like his show really watered down. So without LA, you see how he did what's the name, and kicked them out. Shit, Crip Mac in jail. Once Brick Baby do something, who's next? Gonna go ride the platform.
Yeah, and see, let me show you something. Let's say if somebody on No Jumper right now did something to the point to where Adam say, you know what, we need you fired, you gone. The cold part about it, man, it don't make a difference who he fired or who he got rid of. He got a whole bag full of more clowns that's gonna tear the gate down, trying to get in that spot and get some fame and recognition, homie. So it's like You danged if you do fooling with that show. But look, now I'm gonna show you something else. A lot of the shenanigans and weird stuff that you see going on, not just on No Jumper, but on a lot of other people's podcasts, and it's going on and on and on. I don't just blame the people that's up there acting a fool. I blame they set. I do. Because let me show you something, man. I say all the time. Let me show you. That's how come I don't do reactions. I don't like doing reactions because, especially if I'm reacting about something that's going on in LA. Man, homies are so sensitive nowadays. You can't even give them a critical look at them or about what they got going on. They gonna swear up and down you done said something wrong. Oh, they gonna be butthurt about something. So for me, not to get involved with that, I don't even talk about people. Cause see, in my set, let me get up on this camera and go to acting dumb like you see what's going on with a lot of other people. Man, my Avalons ain't having that. They finna call me, hey, Toon, what you doing, cuz? Hey, man, no, man, you wrong. Hey, you need to get to this park. It don't make no difference. I'm in Alabama. It don't make none of that. You need to get to this park. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say all the time, I'm a general from my section, but I'm not bigger than the program. Right. I'm from Avalon. I am not Avalon. So therefore, I don't have no wiggle room to make my set look bad, say anything, do anything. No, man, my homies gonna check me from the flow up.
Okay, all right. In that same spirit, Toon, do you remember it was one time in LA when people were making music, I guess up until Banging on Wax, nobody hardly ever even mentioned they set on Wax, just out of sheer respect to avoid all the BS that we going through right now, right? I think DJ Quick might have said it maybe one time before that, but before that, wasn't nobody really talking about their sets like that. I mean, people already kind of understood what it was, you know what I mean? Even in film, people would kind of avoid from, showing different sets and stuff like that. And, people from LA would kind of know, oh, okay, I recognize that park right there. I recognize that area right there, where that scene is. That right there is BPS, this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? But people wouldn't even allow it in movies, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is this. What happened with, that sort of same sort of code? Because I'm going to tell you this now, this sort of what I like to call it gang Instagram, right? Where you allow people, it's twerking for niggas, excuse my language. People ain't going to understand until somebody fuck around and get killed. Excuse my language.
Like you said, allowed it. The FBI, the laws allowed it. See, when cartoon and I'm older, but I ain't that old. I'm 36, but I've been off the porch for a long time. And we used to have jump out boys that come out and harass us. I'm like, the shit these boys be doing and talking about, nigga would have been under jail, locked up. They let these boys get away with this here. Like you say, they allowed it because later nigga would have been in the kitchen cooking up a brick and showing you this on YouTube, but I could show you a stick and tell you I just killed 40 niggas and ain't nothing happening to me. Like, I mean, who working for who?
Wow.
I'm gonna jump in too and elaborate on it a little bit. If you hear me a lot of times, I always say the only thing that will always remain the same is change. Change gonna always come. Like you were saying, back in the day, people didn't talk about they sets in the way they do now. You feel what I'm saying? Because it was our culture and our lifestyle. We wasn't looking at it from the eyes of Hollywood. But now the powers that be, them white folks, I'm gonna just put it out there the way it is. You know what I'm saying? They are very, very money-minded. They will sit back and they will analyze a group of people. They will look at something and they will figure out how to exploit it and make money off of it. Hence, they say, you know what? Look at this Banging on Wax. This is because this gang culture in LA from the 70s on through the 80s is getting real big. Let's see if we can capitalize and monopolize this. Boom, here come the Banging on Wax. Now, as it goes on and on and on, like I say, once something gets into music, it's going to become mainstream because it's going to be punched out to so many different people. Now, you got the movie industry getting involved. Here come Colors. Here come Boys in the Hood. Here come all these other movies. So now dudes are sitting back looking at this like, okay, all right. Now everybody has pride. Everybody want their set to be known more than the next set. So now we gonna fast forward. I'm gonna show you when people really start waking up and start kind of like, huh? Because it bothered us in LA at first, but now, you know, if you do something so long and so much, it starts to become the norm. I'm gonna take you all the way back to the 1980s, or what's that, the early 90s, when Dub C had Lil Bow Wow, no, excuse me, Snoop had Lil Bow Wow on stage crip walking.
The 2000s, like
in the early 2000s.
The early 2000s.
When he did that, a lot of us in LA was like, hold up, man, what this little dude doing, man? He ain't got no. It offended a whole lot of us when Snoop let Bow Wow start doing that. But now when he did it, now here it comes again and more. Now we gonna fast forward to Dub C when he jumped on stage, C walking. Now, when you put something out the whole world to see, you can't keep it. It's just like on the internet. Once you put your business on YouTube, it's for everybody to talk about because you put it out there. So once we start putting or allowing or participating in our gang culture to be on music and in books and in movies, that was the beginning of the end, because it's going to blow up the way it blew up.
So can I make a comment?
Strips every bone and nick and cranny, everything except the damn Crip whistle.
Hold on a minute.
And they do that?
I want to comment on that, not to cut y'all wisdom. I want to make a comment on that real quick. Yo, Toon, what you were saying was crazy, but now as a culture of the Crips, how do you suppress that? Like, I remember watching Brick Ribby say one day that he knows somebody that copyrighted the word Crip. So now, how do you suppress that to the point where you have to actually pay in order to do certain things instead of trying to colonize the culture?
So, okay, now when you ask me, when you say suppress, you speaking on suppressing the overall gang culture as a whole?
No. Suppressing people coming and taking, like if Bow Wow does the Crip walk or whatever. I'm pretty sure people could patent certain things, or the way the industry
you know
is
what?
now,
To be
if
honest with you,
something you gotta pay. You gotta pay.
Yeah, but let me show you something. You can't put a blueprint or a trademark, for instance, on sea walking. You can't, because there's so many different ways of doing it. You can say, okay, well, if you're gonna say I can't twist my feet like this, I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna twist them like this and still call it the same thing. On that situation right there, homie, the cat's out the bag. You know, the Pandora's box has been opened, the cat's out the bag. There won't be no reeling that back in. You know what I'm saying? It's worldwide now. It's not LA wide. It's not citywide. It's not countrywide. Crippin' is worldwide now.
Worldwide. Yep.
Now, Cartoon, like, okay, now how the Crips and Bloods spread it out. Like, why you think it wasn't like how the GDs, the BDs, or Vice Lords then hit other cities like the Crips and the Bloods did? Because they was out longer than the Crips and Blood. But the
I'm gonna tell you right now. I had somebody else ask me that, and I had to explain that one to him. Even though the Chicago gangs, they came out before the Crips and the Bloods, all the entities all came out in the 1960s, but they preceded us by a few years. True enough.
Right.
But you gotta look. What is the biggest thing that you can influence people by? And that's social media. Not the social media of today, but the social media back then. Music and TV.
The music
and TV. Chicago gangs, they weren't talked about like the Crips and the Bloods.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? They were there, but they weren't sensationalized like Crips and Bloods. The white folks decided they want to sensationalize us. They put us in movies, they put us in books, and they put us on the radio. So therefore,
y'all on the road with their work, Cartoon. Don't forget that now.
Well, that was an internal thing for us. You know what I'm saying? But as far as sensationalize it, when you put something on TV and you put it in books, in music, it's going to spread. Boom. That's how come Crips and Blood spread it quicker than the Chicago gangs.
You know, I spent about 10 years in Chicago, and you know, they got their little politics just like LA does. You know, I was mentoring some kids, And they said, "Oh, I can't go over there. I can't go over there." I'm like, "Well, why?" I knew why. I knew what time it was. You know what I mean? It's that invisible border in that map in your mind. You know what I mean? They got the same sort of thing, but it's just like what you said, man. Yeah, LA is right there in Hollywood's backyard. And of course, there's going to be more worldwide exposure and stuff. Everybody got family reunions and stuff. Just like most of LA people, we got people from Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, maybe even Oklahoma. Chicago has a big link to Memphis, Mississippi, and that, you know, everybody did that with the family reunions and stuff. But I will say this. I'm gonna be honest, you know, like I said before, born and raised in Jordan Downs, you know what I mean? I'm actually, you know, 43 years old, I come right up under I don't know if you know Akila Sherrills. He was heavily involved with the truce and all that. If he was there, Duad and all that, you know what I mean? Dawood, right? And it's just kind of like it's a bad look. Whereas you got other people out there getting their entrepreneurial stuff on, like, you know, Taco Mail. You got people, starting up restaurants and doing things, making it work for them. You know, if you ask me, man, I think it'll be a good idea if people kind of rotate, because they do it anyway, for people to be able to show their own hood on some Al Capone stuff, because, you know, we all know LA is different now. Everybody, have their own little tours or books or whatever the case may be, and make it work for them instead of somebody else coming outside exploiting it. That's all I got to say about that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, if that makes sense, it's like, hey, this right here was, this right here is our freedom tree. This is important right here. I mean, if it's, because even you said a couple of days ago, you said it's, the culture is there, but it's almost dead. I don't want to say it like that, but it's nothing like what it was. It's
nothing like it. Look, it's nothing like what it was. That's why I say all the time, only thing that's going to remain the same is change. It's changing. The face of LA is changing, and it can't help but change because the internal workings of LA is changing. So what it's going to end up being 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, I couldn't tell you. But I do know it's changing. And you see it because, look, when I was a young kid, my OG homies didn't have jobs. They wasn't tripping on their families. They was in the park all day. In this day and age, one of the things that is different is older homies, G homies, they go to work. They go home to their families, and they trying to put a roof over their head, because you can't live in LA for $140 no more. You know, it costs. And if you don't want to be sleeping under the bridge, you have to work. So G homies going to work. You don't see them with the khaki suits on, belling around all day. No, when they get off work, they come into the hood with the freeway flat jackets on and with the big boots, and they paying their respect. Hey, what's up, homie? Yeah, cuz I just got off work. And that's what they doing now. Yeah. And it's like, that's one of the things that caused that big separation between young homies and old homies. Young homies don't want to listen to the old homies because they figure, man, y'all ain't helping us. Y'all at home with y'all wife and kids. We the ones on the front line. And older homies trying to tell them how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, and what to do. But the youngsters don't want to hear that. So, it's just a big problem.
And then, like you say, they go to work now. They ain't got to work in the cars and could tell you and could play them little mind games that can make it. That shit, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like you say, it's a change, man. I'm from Texas. I'm listening to y'all LA, and I know if LA changing shit, y'all gonna be the first city they put them robots on. I just watching. They say over there in Belize or something, or Brazil, they finding cocaine in the wells, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, it's just crazy though, man. But I'm listening, man. It's change is good though, man. Shit, Tupac.
It is, man. Listen, I ain't never had a job in my life until I got out the pen this time.
Right.
So, here it is. I'm in my 50s, just now getting a job, and it's like when I was younger, I didn't want to do number gangbang. I didn't want to work. Whereas now,
Alabama, and you working at penitentiary for free, and it was hot. And you saying, "Goddamn me, hey, this ain't California. These niggas is working now, and I got the. I don't want to be back here. This penitentiary, I hear y'all all the time. Hey man, it's different. I don't know if they got air conditioning down there where y'all at in Cali, but I know it's hot. Whatever, when it's cold, and when it's hot down here. Shit.
Hey, it was so hot, man. I done seen dudes back there in the lockup just pass away. Yeah, police ain't doing their check. Man, they back there suffocating.
They beating on the door, telling them man down. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, man, that's why. Look, hey,
next shift, the man that died on this shift, they'll let the next shift deal with it.
That's what they do. Listen, I used to make my own ecosystem. Man, I blocked the whole bottom of the door out, put the mold on it, man, shape it up where couldn't no water get out. Man, I've run that, man, I flood that sink. Had a water about 8 inches deep, man. I'd be in the thing and just swimming butt naked. Hey. Police come by for count. Hey, Tune, what you doing? Man, trying to cool off. You can't do that, man. You better get away from my door before I make y'all come in and get me.
Bring y'all ice in the summer in Alabama?
Yeah, they have to.
Texas, and by the time you get to October, that's over with. You better get it out the sink. Go to commissary and get you some out canteen. Other than that, you out of there.
Dudes don't realize, man, that you can actually, like in Alabama prison, homies got these homemade containers with the insulation and the plastic, and they paying the kitchen workers to fill up their containers, and they selling a cup of ice for an item all night long. Yeah. Hey, man, you got some ice? Yeah. Man, let me buy a cup of ice. Like it ain't nothing. Yeah.
2 soups.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this real quick, switch gears, and then I'm gonna drop down and respect y'all brothers' time. For OG cartoon, OG down, like I said before, I ain't never walked the walk or whatever, so I ain't gonna ever pretend to be. You know what I mean? I was never quartered on. But being there, as that kid who was actually discouraged and from going that way. But I mean, don't get it wrong. Off of watch, you already know I gotta have a little something on the shoulders to survive. I would say do like Monster or and obviously Tookie, rest in peace to both those brothers, you know what I mean, and make a book, man, because just like Chicago in the 1930s, Miami in the 1980s, certain places and certain times is so special, and believe it or not, you are a living time capsule, and all of that knowledge would be gone, man. And honestly, I will make it work for you. That's something that can't be taken away. It's certain things that only that was obviously passed down from your set via oral tradition and stuff like that. That's obviously not public. You know that, and I know that. That's how people identify each other, right? I mean, that's how I'm not affiliated, like I said, but I know enough that, people would probably think I am from Great because of the oral tradition. I was actually socialized to. I didn't do it.
Oh, but look, did you hang with the homies from Great?
What you say, brother?
I said I ain't trying to cut you out, but did you hang with the homies from Grape Street?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Real Boss Players, Dust Towns, Wolfcat? I mean, come on now, bro. Come on. Come on now. 102nd and Juniper, right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right where the turn is.
Get quoted on, but you was born. You was born in them projects.
Born and raised there, bro. Born and raised.
Them niggas ain't looking at it like that. You posted up with them niggas. You from Grape Street, nigga. You can say you ain't get quoted on. You ain't got to get quoted on. You play basketball with us, nigga. This my nigga from the hood, and a nigga better not fuck with him, nigga.
Hey, you know what?
See the Terrence, Gangster, Texas project. I ain't get quoted on, but nigga, I'm cripping though. My homie, this is what it is though.
Hey, on some real shit. I mean, you do got a point because I had to get into it at Markham too. They ain't care about who you was. If you walk in a certain way, going home, walking back home, and you on a certain side of the tracks, it was problems. They ain't care nothing about you live that way. Yeah, I get you on that. But the bigger point though, like I was saying, brother, was I would say living time capsule. I'll make money. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, I would encourage other people to because it's written in stone and can't nobody take that away.
Right.
All right, y'all. Y'all stay up though.
I'm digging what you were saying though. You were saying some real shit. You got a lot of homies that didn't get. You got see a lot of niggas that got jumped on from your hood. They probably wasn't born in them projects. You got a birth certificate that say you came from the hospital. Like I got it. Like you ain't you like I don't know, homie, but shit, them niggas
You
looked at
know,
like
let me show you something.
Hey, Dominguez Valley,
you told him exactly right, man. Look, in LA, man, look.
That's
If
how
you
it is in Galveston. Look,
listen. If you live there, you from there.
That's what
Simple as that. Because when your enemy bend that corner,
he not gonna say,
see you,
not gonna
they
say,
not
that's
finna ask you. Yeah, they finna get off.
Oh yeah, it's been plenty of situations like that. I mean, you know how the map going. Why you from the east side? You already know what time it is. You know what I mean? Like middle school is like gladiator school. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
right.
I was saying. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I was from them. You know, as they say, you know how you had the little baby sets, them baby cliques and shit like that. You know, the ones that you kind of go your way in. You know what I'm saying? Like Dusttown, Peter Road, Boss Players. Them was the options. You know what I mean? I was from Dusttown, right? You know.
My baby mama was out of Watts, and she used to talk about that Peter Row. She talk about them girls call them Peter Row hoes.
Oh yeah, Peter. Oh, so she probably know two deuces, but
she probably do. How old are you?
I was born in 81. I'm 43, bro.
Okay, she was a little bit old. She would be 60 years old right now. She passed away, but
so,
yeah.
Peter Rose would have been her little homies. Her little homies, because I was there when it first came out, and that was like in and around like 90. You know what I mean? You started seeing. I mean, because the biggest clique up until that point was East Side kids.
Right. I remember them. Yeah.
Up until that point. Right. And then, obviously, everybody kind of fell under the Baby Loc stuff. But within that, you had, all these little baby cliques, you know what I'm saying, that came out. And it was Peter Rose Squad before it became Peter Rose Mafia later. It's Peter Rose Squad, Dusttown Crip, and obviously Boss Players and stuff like that. You had those little baby cliques and stuff like that. And everybody be like, hey, man, we don't know whether or not these are cliques or blocks or whatever. No, these are... There's some that are cliques, and then there's actually some that are actually different sets within Grape. I mean, like I said, I know what I know, and I didn't did what I did, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean? When you got a destiny and you told by somebody older that, hey man, we want you to put in work another way, then obviously I'm doing that. You know what I mean? They obviously need people in some high places. I'm gonna just say that much, in different places. That's the difference between us and everybody else. Everybody else got people different places.
Nah, you right about that. Like you say, they wanted you to do something different, but yeah, you from the hood though, homie. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can go to a 10 trade day and there ain't be no problem.
You know. If you know, you know. Yeah. Man, listen, hold up, y'all. Hey, look, we've been on here for 2 hours and 15 minutes, man. I'm gonna have to head for the hills on y'all, man.
Man, I appreciate you for letting me come through and holler at you, LA Cash, man. Much love to California, man. Texas in the building, man.
That's real. That's real, man.
Oh man, I appreciate you, Uncle Cartoon. Anytime you come on, I'm tuning in. I've been watching all your street shit where you been in California, nigga. You been on the road trip interviewing everybody. I like how you and Jeff sat down and did that. That's some real player shit, nigga. Like a lot of niggas can't do it. They got to goddamn me be mad. Nah, nigga, it is like nigga.
Hey, man.
Family shit, man. But salute.
That's real, man.
Hey, salute to you, Texas. Hey, before you go, hey, little quick history that a lot of people don't know that's probably not public, up until about 8th grade, Ermias, 60s in peace, Nipsey Hussle. He went to Markham.
Right.
He actually got into it with some of the hunters with us, man. He was a true soldier. I'm for real. Had he not moved to the west side, he would have been from Grape, man. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, I heard been on that east side, man. He be one of them east side riders, man.
he be doing I just come on from the pen in like 18. The nigga tatted up all in the face. He from Grape Street. He said the same shit that he went to school with Nipsey. The nigga was on Vlad TV a couple of times. I can't think his name. He from
You
Grape
talking about 03 Greedo? 03 Greedo is a little younger. You know what I mean?
Not that nigga. This nigga dark skin. He be fucking with them New York niggas up there. He be doing that what's that battle rap too. I can't think of this nigga name.
Oh, you talking about there's Active, there's AJ, there's they do that battle rap stuff. Oh, you talking about
I can't think it now.
You ain't talking about my homie B Magic, are you?
No, I know who you talking about. He talking about Daylight. You talking about Daylight.
Yeah, Daylight.
Daylight is 2 years behind me. He's 2 years behind me. It's true. It's true. Yeah, he went to my actually he would have been the class that Nipsey would have been. Okay. I share the same class that his older brother Sam does. You know what I mean? As far as marking goes. Yeah. You talking about Daylight. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been fucking with Nip. You know, a lot of like shit. I be listening to a lot of, I don't know, man. Texas, we fuck with California music a lot though. But a lot of niggas ain't on the G Pericos and one on the Nipseys and shit. Nigga been jamming them niggas, man. It's a lot of cats out the West I be fucking with, man. Like I was saying, Snoop playing with that Death Row, man, cause he supposed to go do an all-star lineup, like, and get all them young niggas and just wing. You ain't got to be signed here forever. They just get this shit crunk and get it popping and move on. Like
that new Death Row, it ain't swinging the way it's supposed to, man. He got to come on with it.
Man,
you know what the problem is?
He need a Southern nigga like me come up there and we gonna go get the BP. I know it's a lot of beef or whatever need to be settled, but let's get to this money first, man, and then we'll get to that other shit later, man.
The issue is, to tell you the truth, LA has a different sound and people don't want to accept that. Right? You got people to the likes of people like Dom Kennedy, Mustard. It's a different sound altogether. So he's gonna have to come with something different. But y'all have a nice one. Hey, salute to y'all OGs, man. You know, thanks for putting in this positive work, steering these young ones in a good direction. I could say if you go to sleep at night and you have to question whether or not, has Crippin ever had any positive impact on any young man out there, I could say, man, your boy done graduated from top 10 law school in the country. You understand what I mean? Right? That's what Crippin did for me. So it wasn't all negative, man. All right, y'all. Y'all stay up, man.
All right, Cartoon.
All right, y'all. All right, down. All right, homie. East side out.
Let's show, brother.
All right, Texas in the house. All right, homie, I'm gone. Okay, Foundation, man. I thank y'all, man. Love y'all, man, for coming in with me, man. Like I say, I need to start going live a little bit more, man, interacting with the Foundation a little bit better, man. I'm gonna get better with it though, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Every state, every side of town, every genre, every clique, every hood, every set, every group. Shout out to all y'all, man. Always remember, man, I'm Cartoon 53, and what? I represent the gangsters, homie. The Avalon gangsters. I'm out. Peace.